The spirit traces runes in the air. You recognize the gesture. It's the same one you perform when gifting others with your blessing. Your hand reaches through her. As you pull back, a shiver overtakes you and a cloud descends. You see through the woman's eyes. You feel the discomfort of a sauce collar as you tug at it. Then, a clatter and a shriek. A winged Voidwoken has grasped you in its talons. It takes you to the air as you flail impotently. The Voidwoken continues its journey for hours, perhaps days. You watch as familiar land and seed pass under you until the creature slows. The talons open, first air and wind, then a thud. Blackness. Light. You peer through the fog to see two dwarves, eyes as black as coals. They are dragging you through grass and stone. Perfect bait. The master will be pleased, drones one of them. The blessing fades. The spirit's hands are stilled. She looks to the sky, searching, then lowers her head and flashes the tiniest of smiles. The ground drifts by hundreds of feet below you. Droplets of your blood fall away from you into space. You don't feel any pain, only a numbing cold. Your senses are fading. All you can hear is the beating of the Voidwoken's wings and the beating of your own heart, only your heart is slow. The Voidwoken seems to sense that you won't make it. It unleashes an outraged screech, then releases you from its grasp. The ground rushes up to meet you. You close your eyes. The dwarf rocks back and forth, staring at nothing.
That can't have been real. Those monsters bursting out from the ground, it was just a dream. It had to be a dream.
Sorcerers? They brought in sorcerers? I can't remember. I can't remember why.
You! read a book last night, Brian. Clone of the Sea.
You read a book last night while you were supposed to be guarding the rest of the sea?
No worries there. It was keeping me wide awake, so it was. I'll give it to you later. Turn your head.
Thanks, but no thanks. I see enough horror every day around here.
Read a book last night. Clone of the Sea. You heard it? Gave me shivers with it. What there's no more doubt.
Never forget it.
That's it. The barrels and the chests. On the double. You two, Jude. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
I'm going nowhere right at this moment. Nowhere since something crossed my path and oh so very sharply piqued my interest. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods?
The woods have grown chilly now that the sun has set. Annie shuffles across the picnic blanket and huddles against you for warmth. You wrap one arm around her and with the other conjure a little ball of flame in your palm. Little more than a party trick, but her eyes fill with wonder nonetheless. "It's so pretty," she says, resting her head against your shoulder. "I don't care what they say, what you have is a gift." She inclines her face up towards yours, lips parted slightly. You lean into her, closing your eyes. He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
His sliver of a smile could rival a rattler's.
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. The very definition of your order's existence. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters. But they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Did I give you the illusion you have a choice? How absurd. I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off.
Hey, look.
No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up?
For a few moments, his hand hangs motionless in the air, then is withdrawn with a swift and determined finality.
Hard feelings it is.
Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but the memory of one who led the most solitary of lives. You see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. All of your life is dedicated to feeding your eagles the meat of your dearly departed people.
Left behind like a dog. Blah. 7 curses upon that shit.
Lying at your feet is a strange lamp of ancient design. Spots of gold shimmer through the thick grime that coats it. As you hunker down for a closer look, the lamp jerks slightly, almost imperceptibly. The lamp feels strangely hot to your touch. As you wipe away the years of dirt and grime, it trembles in your hand. Heavy smoke spills out of the spout of the lamp, falling to your feet, where it flows away from you. The vapor arches into the air and starts to take shape before you.
Who summons what? One of you?
His face twists into a sneer and he flexes his claws.
What's wrong, Godwoken? Did the 7 turn you down too? Or are you here seeking even more power? I should strike you down where you stand, God Taint. Because it would be a kindness. I've known the power you feel, the promises you were made. I too was named Godwoken once. My god gave it all. Power, glory, hope. It was intoxicating. Until she took it away.
Deep inside, you can feel your god stirring. It's recoiling, revolted. No wonder Zorl Stissa turned this one away.
Unworthy, she said. Unworthy to be divine. So she gave it to another. What kind of a monster gives you that power only to strip it from you? To promise you will be the light of the world and then cast you into darkness? There was so much wrong with the world. So much that I needed to fix. So I sought power elsewhere. The Void said I could have eternal power. That I could be the light of the world. And it delivered. I have power unlike any Godwoken, even if I lack my freedom. It laughed as I was sealed away in that lamp. Be the light of the world, Godwoken, it said. Even so, it was more honest than your hellish seven. I may be bound to that lamp, but I can still strike you down with a thought. Other fools will find my prison. I will have my freedom someday. And until then, I am happy to do my bit to rid the world of one god's puppet. The next passing imbecile can have your wish.
You see the rage in the Djinn's eyes fade a little. He flexes his claws as he thinks over what you've said.
Perhaps you are right. I have spent so long locked away with nothing but anger for company. Very well, Godwoken. Tell me, what do you wish for? Do you wish for power, wealth, knowledge, or to see your enemies gone? In the right hands, power is a tool to change the world. In the wrong, it is a tragedy waiting to happen. Take this and go. Use your power to change the world. You have had your wish, Godwoken. We are done here.
Come on. Lives are at stake.
I look for the day I heard Losa the Many-Tongued sing. Because owning a head is a tenet.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale.
And that. Nothing like a glass of the goods.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim barlight.
Bottoms up. Cheers to you, me, and...
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind. Cheers to you, me, and me again. Another. Give me one good reason.
She dumps a heavy arm around your shoulder and pulls you in close, her breath hot and sour in your face.
Look at this. This is my story.
She shows you the 2 swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her arm. She slaps them without finesse, making herself wince, and stares at you intensely.
I know how to make it better. I can fix it, all of it. I'll tell you. There's this woman. I'm not crazy. And if she kisses you, she can change you. She's downstairs. And now I'm different. It's in her lips. It's in the magic. I changed the right way. And then, I can tell I'll be fine. You understand how, sometimes you just want to be fine. Yeah. You ought to go see her. Dorothea. She can help. She can help you.
She looks at you earnestly, her eyes gleaming, the twinkle of the amber ale behind them.
I see the good, don't I?
An empty belly is a maudlin thing. And then,
Yes, doesn't it?
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Loha didn't tell me to let any walking scarecrow in, so why should I?
He squints at you in the gloom. Then his eyes widen, and he takes a stumbling half-step backwards.
Well, I'll be thrice cussed to the boy. If I'd been mezzed. I saw them collar you good, boy. Didn't think we'd hear you growling round here again. Down you go. No shenanigans, mind. I heard of any more incidents down there, I'll shave your damn wolf bald myself. You will all die. You want an engraved imitation every time? You know the way here.
This body is fresh. Were they a sorcerer?